Hey, how's it going, guys? Alright, so this is a video on a necklace that I made for Steph for Mother's Day this past year. This right here is what I drew up, kind of the steps that I took to get the design. This is in CAD, and what you see here is me basically kind of going through step by step. That one right there was to show where I might be running the wire wrapping. But essentially I kept working a little bit more and getting a little bit more detail and honing everything in. Like on these, I added these little cutouts around the outside, and then when I lay them together, the leather and the copper, essentially it will be like a stacked effect. So from CAD I bring it into Adobe Illustrator, and this is where I'm kind of turning on the different layers. And there's a texturing that I made for this that I kind of wanted to just pop in there to give it a little bit of dimension. You know, battle distressing stuff is really a big thing that I like for a design element, so I kind of did these kind of crazy lines. But essentially this is the file I used to put into my Glowforge and cut this pattern out of leather. After that I ended up taking the thin copper sheet and printing out the copper pieces on paper and then gluing them to the sheet and then cutting them all out. I used a variation from a metal cutoff wheel on my Dremel to little deburring wheels and actually burr sets to do the little cutouts on the outside. But what you're seeing here is crystal quartz, reconstituted amber, and in that necklace right now is Rutilated Quartz. These are three stones that she really likes, and she wanted something really nice to show them off. So I kind of came up with this idea to take, you know, what I had done before on the wire wrapping pendants that I've done, and have something where it could be multi-use. So I essentially got some O-rings, which is what you see there, that black ring around the stone, and there's one on the back, and basically the two holding it together is just enough room to keep that stone in place. And if you take the O-rings off, you can swap them out like this right here for one of the other stones. And I thought that was, you know, kind of a cool way to make one piece have multiple different looks. There's those little battle distressing cutouts. I ended up doing kind of a red stain. I think burgundy was the stain that I actually used. The two rings, I made those as well, that hold it to the chain, to the wire cord. Those were made out of thicker gauge copper. I basically just bent them into a round shape and then hammered them flat to give it kind of a different feel, so it wasn't just like a round wire twisted into a circle. But there's the crystal quartz. It's really cool because you can see through the stones, so it adds another dimension to them. But here it is all finished up. Some nice little glamour shots with the copper. I ended up taking a patina. It's called aluminum black. It basically will darken aluminum material, but it works great on copper and brass. So I'll hit that to give it kind of an antique feel, and then take some sanding paper and go over it real lightly to release some high spots, so you can still see the copper through it. Just a little bit of distressing antiquing. But you know, as far as wire wrapping, again, it's really tedious, but really fun. I really dug how this came out. I really want to make more of them. Steph absolutely loved it. She rocks it quite a bit. But hope you guys like it. That'll be it for this video. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.